Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, we're going to do some more work on the YJ today. So if you've been following along, we changed just about every single fluid on the car. We put a lift kit on the car, new tires, new seats, front and rear, new headlights, new front bumper, new rear bumper, removed the track bar. We've done a lot to the Jeep already. And today we're going to take it a step further by replacing the steering stabilizer. So I've got the steering stabilizer from Rough Country. I decided to upgrade the steering stabilizer for two reasons. One, if I'm ever driving and I hit a bump, I don't want it to jerk the wheel too hard. And the original steering stabilizer is still installed. So it's been on there since 1988. The second is more for vanity reasons. I just want everything to look cleaner underneath the car. So I'm gonna have a new nice shiny steering stabilizer installed. Before we do the install, let's show you what came with the kit and also what tools you're gonna need. So this is hopefully everything that I'm gonna need for the installation. So the new kit that I got came with a new steering stabilizer and all the hardware that I'm going to need for the install. Now for the tools. So as you can see, I have a 3/8 ratchet, 1/2" ratchet, and also a breaker bar. Also I have a 5/8 socket and a 3/4 socket in both the 1/2" and in the 3/8 inch. So that way I can uninstall everything that's on there already and then reinstall the new steering stabilizer. I've also got a torque wrench because at the very end of this, I'm going to torque everything down. When it comes to this installation, the only thing that I'm worried about is getting this off right here. So the bolt that goes on the steering stabilizer in the center, from everything that I've seen online, it takes a lot to get that out of there. It's a tapered bolt. I think I might have to go up to the auto parts store and get a special tool to pop that out. I don't want to try to take off the nut and then hit it with a hammer, because this is connected to the, I believe, the ball joints on either side. And so I don't want to do anything to negatively impact that. What we'll do is we'll get the original hardware off in the center. If it comes out easily, we're good. If not, we're gonna have to go to the auto parts store. And with that, we'll start the installation. So get this old pin out of there. There we go, there's the old cotter pin. And now we're gonna get this breaker bar, 3/4, and try our luck. I'm gonna get under the car so I can get some leverage. There's that old nut. And now the moment of truth. All right, so I did come upon an issue. I cannot get the top part of the steering stabilizer out, so I'm gonna have to go up to Advanced Auto Parts and get a pitman push rod tool. I think that's what it's called. So basically I'll be able to connect around the bolt that I have to get out and push the bolt in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some tools in the YJ. We're gonna drive up to Advanced Auto Parts. We're gonna see if I can uninstall the original steering stabilizer there and then drive home without a steering stabilizer. Once we get back here, we'll install the new one. Currently in the parking lot of Advanced Auto Parts. Let's see if we can get this done real quick. So I rented the pitman arm push rod tool, and it was a $132 deposit, but you get all your money back whenever you return everything. So that's why I'm gonna try to do this real quick in the parking lot. So thank you, Advanced Auto Parts. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing this, but I appreciate your patience with me if you come out here and you see me. Magical tool, this is that pitman push rod tool. So unscrewing this, putting this on there, brought a little hammer to tap at it if I need to. It just fits on the back of that, so just go bolt to bolt. And in theory, as I tighten this, it'll push that out. Get that on there. There we go, that was easy. Done with that. Get that out. There we go. There's the old steering stabilizer. So, time to return the tools and head back home. We are back, and here's the comparison. Here's the original, here's the new one. So you can see it's a little bit longer. The bore of it is a little bit bigger. Hopefully this makes for a smoother driving experience right here. Before I attach anything to the car, I'm actually going to attach this piece to the steering stabilizer because it's gonna be a pain for me to get up under there and kind of wiggle and jiggle this thing to get it on there. So I'm gonna get it on here first, and then I'm going to put the steering stabilizer on the car. When it comes to torque specs, both torques on either side of this are gonna be 45 foot-pounds, and then the torque spec for the steering stabilizer to the axle is gonna be 30 foot-pounds. And putting some lithium grease on this. I don't know if that's recommended, but it's what I prefer to do. So I'm gonna get a rubber mallet, hit this guy on, and then once I have this bolt going through the steering stabilizer, we'll get it mounted to the car. So we got this on there, and so I'm gonna torque both the front and the back to 45 foot-pounds. The front is a 3/4 and the rear is an 11/16. So we're gonna tighten the rear first, then we'll tighten the front down. All right, so this side is all torqued down. Now, just need to torque this bolt back here, put my sticker on, and we're done. So this is only supposed to be torqued to 30 foot-pounds, which is a little bit surprising. And that's all it calls for. There you have it. New steering stabilizer. When you install one of these, you're gonna check the clearance. So this is turned all the way to the left. I'm not pinching anything back here, nothing's binding up. Turning all the way to the right. I can still see daylight behind there, which is good, so I know that nothing's binding up. So that was a rough country steering stabilizer install on the YJ. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.